At 9:14 a.m., the Montreal International Airport buzzed like any other weekday. Rolling suitcases, coffee in hand, polite smiles hiding exhaustion. Then a single bark cut through the noise. Officer Daniel Reed turned sharply. His K9 partner, Hunter, a German shepherd with steel-gray fur, stood frozen, muscles tense, eyes locked on a little girl standing by the security line. She couldn't have been more than 7. Freckles, red hair, clutching a tiny pink backpack against her chest. "Hunter, stand down," Daniel ordered, but the dog wouldn't move. The growl that followed wasn't aggression. It was warning. Passengers stopped mid-step. A mother pulled her child closer. The girl's lip trembled. "Please, sir. I didn't do anything." The dog lunged, not at her but toward the bag. Gasps filled the terminal. Daniel's voice was steady, but his pulse thundered. Everyone stepped back. The crowd obeyed. Silence thickened. Hunter barked once more, sharp and certain. And in that moment, Daniel knew. Something inside that child's backpack was about to change everything. Stay with us. Hit subscribe to Canada's Heartfelt Tales for the full story that no one at that airport will ever forget. The crowd at Montreal International stood frozen, the echo of Hunter's bark still hanging in the air. A ripple of whispers spread through the terminal. Parents pulling their children closer, travelers backing away as security lights flickered red. Officer Daniel Reed steadied his grip on the leash. The air felt heavier now, charged, as if the building itself could sense what was about to unfold. "Ma'am," Daniel said calmly, stepping closer to the girl. "Can you set the bag down for me?" Her small hand shook. "It's just my homework," she whispered, voice trembling. "Please, he's scaring me." Hunter barked again, sharper this time, and the pink backpack slipped from her fingers. The zipper glinted under the terminal lights. Daniel crouched low, scanning every detail. Years of training told him this wasn't random. This was deliberate. "Everyone clear the area," he ordered. His voice cut through the chaos like cold steel. The TSA team moved fast, ushering passengers back. The child cried quietly, tears streaking her freckled face. Daniel's jaw tightened. "Hey, it's okay, kiddo," he said softly. "We'll keep you safe. Just breathe." Hunter lowered his nose to the ground, sniffing the air around the bag, body rigid. Daniel recognized that stance. Alert mode, imminent threat. He waved to the technician. "Portable scanner now." The device hummed, the screen flickering with faint outlines. Books, pencils, a stuffed rabbit, and beneath them, something metallic too symmetrical to be coincidence. Daniel's stomach dropped. "Hold position," he said quietly. "No one touches it." Across the terminal, the crowd watched in silence. The tension was so thick that even the hum of the fluorescent lights seemed deafening. Then, from the far side of the concourse, a woman burst through the crowd. Mid-30s, long dark coat, eyes wide with panic. "Emma," she shouted. "That's my daughter." The little girl's head jerked up. "Mommy." Daniel raised his hand. "Ma'am, stay back." The woman ignored him, running straight toward the scene. Hunter growled, stepping between her and the backpack. The growl wasn't hostile. It was protective. Daniel's instincts kicked in. Something about her stride felt wrong. Too rehearsed, too smooth for a terrified mother. When she stopped, her eyes flicked to the bag before they met his. "Why is everyone pointing guns at a child?" she snapped. "You people are insane." Daniel's voice stayed calm. "We're making sure your daughter's safe. You packed this bag yourself." She nodded too quickly. "Of course I did. It's just her toys." Hunter's ears twitched. He growled again, deeper this time, tail stiff. Daniel didn't miss it. "Funny," he said slowly, "because your daughter says you told her not to open it." The woman froze. The technician looked up from the scanner. "Sir, we've got dense circuitry under the lining. Non-commercial type." Daniel's expression hardened. Everyone stepped back. Locked down the gate. The color drained from the woman's face. "You can't do this. I know my rights." Hunter barked once, low and decisive. Daniel didn't flinch. "And I know mine," he replied. "You're coming with us." The interrogation room was cold. The walls painted a dull gray that swallowed sound. The little girl sat wrapped in a blanket, clutching her stuffed rabbit. Across the table, the woman who claimed to be her mother sat pale, eyes darting. Daniel leaned forward, resting his elbows on the table. "Let's skip the games. Those microchips, who gave them to you?" "I don't know what you're talking about," Hunter growled softly from the corner. The sound made her flinch. "Lying won't help," Daniel said evenly. "You had enough of those chips to breach airport systems. That's sabotage." Her hands trembled. "They told me it was harmless. Just data drives. I was desperate. My husband left, and I needed money." Daniel's jaw tightened. He'd heard this before. Ordinary people lured into extraordinary crimes. But something in her story still didn't fit. "Who are they?" She hesitated, glancing at the mirrored glass. "If I tell you I'm dead." Hunter rose suddenly, hackles raised, staring at the door. A security officer burst in. "Sir, the X-ray team just found the same chip design in 2 more bags loaded onto outgoing flights." Daniel stood. "Pull them. Now." The woman buried her face in her hands. "It's too late," she whispered. 10 minutes later, alarms wailed through the terminal. Red lights flashed as officers swept the gates, yanking luggage from conveyor belts. Passengers shouted, confused, frightened. Daniel and Hunter ran beside the scanning team, boots pounding on polished tile. "Gate 7 and Gate 9, hold departure," he barked into his radio. Hunter's nose went to work, weaving between luggage carts and terrified travelers. His movements were sharp, purposeful. Daniel trusted that instinct more than any sensor. "Talk to me, boy," he murmured. Hunter sniffed one suitcase, then another, until he stopped cold. His paw pressed against a plain gray duffel. "Bark, growl, scratch." "That's one," Daniel said. "Open it." Inside, layers of clothing, toiletries, and a false bottom stitched with the same metallic chips. The pattern was identical. The officer beside him exhaled shakily. "Sir, what are these for?" "Encrypted access," Daniel replied. "They can shut down entire systems remotely. Someone's trying to cripple our air grid." Hunter barked again, urgent this time, spinning toward Gate 12. Daniel followed without hesitation. Through the chaos, he caught a glimpse of movement. A woman in uniform walking briskly toward the maintenance corridor. "Hey!" Daniel shouted. "Stop right there." She turned, her airport badge glinting under the lights. Black hair, red nails. It was her. The real culprit. She didn't run at first. She smiled. "You're too late, officer." Then she turned and bolted. Hunter lunged forward, leash slipping from Daniel's grip. The shepherd darted through the crowd, fast and silent as smoke. People screamed, luggage tumbled. Daniel chased behind, his radio crackling with orders. "She's heading east. Block the corridor." The suspect slammed through a fire door, alarms shrieking. Smoke grenades rolled across the floor. Hunter vanished into the haze. Daniel heard the struggle before he saw it. The thud of bodies, the metallic clang of cuffs. When the smoke cleared, Hunter had the woman pinned to the tile, jaws gripping the sleeve of her stolen uniform. Her face twisted with fury. "You think you've stopped it," she hissed. "There are more bags already in the air." Daniel's pulse thundered. "Then we'll find them." Hours passed like seconds. Teams spread across terminals, grounding flights, scanning luggage. Hunter moved non-stop, nose to the floor, tail stiff with focus. Each alert led to another hidden compartment, another stolen identity chip. By dawn, 6 flights had been cleared, hundreds of passengers delayed, but disaster prevented. Daniel stood by the runway fence, exhaustion etched into his face. The sun broke over the horizon, turning the snow-dusted tarmac gold. Beside him, Hunter sat tall, chest rising and falling slowly. "You did good, partner," Daniel murmured. Hunter tilted his head, eyes bright. Behind them a soft voice spoke. "Officer Reed." Daniel turned. The little girl, Emma, stood wrapped in a blanket, holding her rabbit. A woman ran toward them, her real mother, face streaked with tears. "Emma!" The reunion was pure silence at first, just the sound of arms wrapping tight, of relief breaking into sobs. Daniel looked away, letting the moment belong to them. Hunter wagged his tail once. The real mother approached, still holding her daughter close. "They said you saved her," she whispered. "Both of you." Daniel smiled faintly. Hunter did. He never hesitates. The woman knelt, stroking the dog's fur. "Thank you," she said softly. "You brought my baby back." Hunter pressed his head gently into her hand. By afternoon, the woman who'd posed as Emma's mother sat cuffed in a federal van, her stolen badge confiscated. The cameras caught every second, her silence, her glare, the final click of the doors closing. She would spend decades behind bars, the operation dismantled piece by piece because of one dog's refusal to back down. Inside the terminal, calm returned. Announcements resumed. Lights dimmed back to normal. Travelers moved again, unaware how close they'd come to catastrophe. Daniel leaned against a column, Hunter lying beside him, head resting on his boots. "You know," Daniel said quietly, "machines scan for danger every second, but you feel it." Hunter blinked slowly, tail thumping once. Outside, a plane lifted off into a clean blue sky. The crisis was over. Justice had landed where it belonged. But as Daniel watched the departing flight rise into sunlight, he knew one thing for certain. The bark that saved hundreds of lives wasn't just instinct. It was truth refusing to be ignored. And somewhere, deep in the still air of the terminal, that echo remained, a reminder that courage doesn't always speak in words. Sometimes it barks. The sun hung low over Montreal's skyline when Officer Daniel Reed finally stepped outside. The day's chaos had quieted, replaced by the soft hum of planes cutting across the evening sky. Hunter walked beside him, tail brushing gently against his leg, a silent reminder of everything that could have been lost, and everything that had been saved. Daniel paused by the observation deck, watching passengers move freely again. For the first time in hours he smiled. "You know, partner," he murmured, "truth doesn't always shout. Sometimes it waits, until someone listens." Hunter tilted his head, amber eyes steady, as if he understood. Behind them, a little girl's laughter echoed through the corridor, bright, unbroken, free. Daniel turned toward the sound, and for a fleeting second, the weight he carried all day lifted. In that moment, he realized heroism wasn't about badges or headlines. It was about persistence, about believing that doing the right thing still mattered, even when no one was watching. As the last rays of sunlight painted the glass terminal gold, Hunter let out one soft bark, calm and proud. Daniel smiled. "Yeah," he said quietly. "We did good. If this story touched your heart, help it reach others. Like, share, and subscribe to Canada's Heartfelt Tales for more true stories of courage, change, and the quiet strength that defines us all."